Alright, Thanksgiving is over. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. I had several food babies, but now that I have given birth and my food babies are stored in a way, I am ready to get back to what I do best. Allied is a new spy movie. It stars Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis. If you don't know who Robert Zemeckis is, I mean, Forrest Gump. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen Forrest Gump. Also, you know, that airplane movie where Denzel Washington was a drunk asshole the entire movie? Yeah, he directed that movie too. Story here is there's a Canadian spy during World War II played by Brad Pitt, and there's a French spy played by Marion Cotillard. They have to pretend to be husband and wife for some kind of mission during World War II. And over the course of the mission, they do end up developing real feelings for each other, and they end up falling in love. They get married, they have a kid, life is good! Till the day that he walks into his job and his superiors are like, hey, your wife, she's a spy, she's a German spy. And yeah, you're gonna have to kill her. The rest of the movie turns into a guessing game. It's like, well, is she a spy? Is she not a spy? Brad Pitt has to get to the truth, and there we have our movie. If nothing else, Allied is proof positive that you cannot judge every single movie by its trailer. Because the way this movie was marketed and what the movie actually ended up being, two completely different things. From an aesthetic standpoint, this movie is pretty well done all around the board. It's got great production value, it's got great sets, great locations, great cinematography. Everything looks sleek and good. The outfits, I mean, everything is just done up to perfection. The production value here, nice. The acting is pretty good too. Marion Cotillard, I mean, we all know she's a great actress. Outside of that one scene in The Dark Knight Rises that everybody remembers her for. Outside of her horrible fake death scene in The Dark Knight Rises, she's pretty good in this movie, and she's hot. So again, bonus points. Pitt is a guy that I'm a really big fan of, and he does a good job in this movie. There are certain aspects to his performance that are hot and cold, but overall, I feel like Brad Pitt brought his B game, and his B game is usually better than everybody else's A game. So good job, Brad Pitt. They do a pretty good job of making you guess which one she is. Is she a spy or is she not a spy? The movie plays tricks with your head. The movie does a good job of making it not so obvious and making it kind of a wait and see type of thing. Like, you really have to figure this out, just like Brad Pitt is trying to figure this out. I feel like this isn't even a spy thing. I feel like this is a woman thing. In my experience, women in general are pretty good at faking shit. Oh, wait a minute. She wants the D a little bit too much in this scene. She's probably a spy. I don't think she would be that thirsty after a long day. So they do a pretty good job of making you guess. That's all I'm saying. Again, the movie is enjoyable for what it is, but as far as what it actually is where some people might have a problem with this thing. Don't you just love romantic drama spy movies that have really shitty pacing? No, you don't? Oh, okay. Me neither. The pacing in this movie is... It takes a really long time for things to get going. There are really long, drawn-out scenes that feel like they could have been cut about 10 or 5 minutes shorter. Honestly, this movie feels about 20 to 30 minutes too long. I feel like everything takes a really long time. Everything is just a very slow burn. After about an hour and a half, the movie picks up, but I do have to address that the pacing in this movie is slow. Also, I feel like this is a movie that has a bit of a marketing problem because it markets this movie as a spy thriller. There are exactly 2 action sequences in this entire movie. Just 2. This is not a spy thriller. This is not an action spy thriller. There's some spy shit that happens in the movie, but for the most part, this is really a romance and a drama that happens to involve spies. The movie is really banking on you being invested in the relationship between Marion Cotillard and Brad Pitt, and if you're not that invested in them, well then this movie's gonna bore the ever-living shit out of you. However, if you like them and if you believe in them, then you're gonna be invested in the conclusion of this movie, and I was somewhat invested. Just preparing you for that though. If you go into this movie expecting one thing, it's not going to be the movie that you expect. It's a completely different movie from how the trailers portray this thing. I think it's a decent romance. It's got some good stuff about it. But overall, I just can't imagine myself watching this movie again, even though I would probably recommend to everybody else to watch it. I'm gonna give Allied a Man of Steel rating. Thank you guys so much. As always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.